Hi guys, Bomber here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna see a new deck, which is one of my own list. Recently I just discovered that there is gonna be a Masters Europe, the first official tournament of Legends of Runeterra, and I quite want to be qualified to participate, and you obviously need to reach as high as possible into Master to be one of the candidates. So this is probably the deck that I'm being using to like reach Master. Currently I'm Diamond 3, Nerf 2, the ranks, and yeah, this is performing quite well. I think that right now I'm kinda like 15-5 wins and losses, so this is like a 75% win rate deck list. So without further ado, let's take a look at it. So the deck list is nothing really out of the place. This is something that has been known for quite a while now, which is the combo of Lucian and Misfortune. Obviously this is a scout deck list which doesn't run Queen and instead goes for Lucian and the Senna Sentinel of Light package. I feel like this is much stronger because you have a more reliable early game, and then you can still win off with the power cards later on, like Citra the Bold and Genevieve Elmart. This is quite like a refined, really there is nothing strange about this deck, it's just that it's refined at its finest, I guess. This is probably the best deck list of scouts that I've been trying lately. So I got rid of the other one drop, which is usually run, which is the Citria of Cloudfield, the 1 mana 2/2. Instead I feel like obviously Jagged Butcher is better than just straight better than Citra of Cloudfield, so if you want to choose for the 2/2 stat line you have to go for Jagged Butcher. But I feel like Fleet Feeder Tracker is most of the times stronger because for example you can trade stuff like in 2 turns you can trade the 0 mana, sorry, the 3 mana 0/4, like the stones, Weirding Stones, yeah, that's the name. So you have a way to kill off the ramp, which is very popular right now. So yeah, probably sacrificing that 1 health to have the ability to remove a blocker, like challenge it at the end of your attacks, so that you can get in, like for example removing a lifesteal unit so that the other units can get in for the lethal. I feel like it is much worth it, the trade-off of the 1 health for the challenger ability. Then the Ranger's Resolve, obviously a very powerful card. It is very important to have this card, for example, in the when you are up against Avalanche. Not really for the 1-drops. Probably the only one which suffers the Avalanche is the Fleet Feeder Tracker, but it is very important to save the Lucian and the Sentinel of Light from the Avalanche, because this will kill both of them and you will not get the Lucian level up by doing so. So yeah, the Ranger Resolve is basically killing all AoEs, for example also the Twisted Fate, the Make It Rain. It has so many sweet spots that you can play the Ranger Resolves into. So yeah, very strong card. Probably they will nerf it at some point because really it's just stupid how strong it is, the Ranger Resolve. Then Bright Protector, very strong. Like if they don't commit to removing your threats in the first move, then you can, for example, barrier a Misfortune or a Lucian so that you can take the attack safely, or you can, as said, play around the removals. Of course, Lucian and Misfortune, those are the key pieces of our deck. But the Officer, it is still very strong. In some occasions you can summon the Power Keg so that the Misfortune now he can deal insane amount of damage, like 2 damage to everyone. Basically this becomes an avalanche, and obviously for the blocking units, but your opponent will probably want to block your immense board, so yeah, it becomes an avalanche, like an asymmetric avalanche, which is even stronger. And if this levels up, then it is basically a good game. You deal 6 damage to all the units blocking, and if they are not blocking, then 6 damage to the Nexus as well, which is insane. If you can get this combo, it is basically a good game. It is a good game already if you manage to level up the Misfortune most of the times, but yeah, this is just the cherry on top of the cake. And yeah, if not, you can summon the 1-drop and it will get all the buffs from the what's the name? The Citra the Bold and Genevieve Elmart. Additional stats is always better. Then Relentless Pursuit to like get a fast kill when you did manage to get the board, and you can take them off guard if they are not developing, for example. Most of the times they will go into turns where they ramp, and you can kill them off pretty quickly if they do. When they ramp, you play Relentless Pursuit, you get basically 2 open attacks consecutively, which is very, very strong and can really punish those ramp decks. Senator of Light, we only done 2 because really you have to see it like you want Lucian, and you only want Senna if you have the Lucian. So basically by doing 3-2, which is most of the times done, you have a 50% chance more to draw Lucian instead of Senna Sentinel of Light, because there is 50% more of Lucians into the deck. So yeah, it is more consistent than you will get Senna while you have at the same time a Lucian. But on the opener, you probably want still to keep both of them. Like, for example, if you only see Senna or if you only see Lucian, of course if you see Lucian, you obviously keep him. But even if you see only Senna, you probably want to keep her as well, because and probably mulligan all the rest, because it is much more likely that you will get the Lucian on the mulligan, because you are drawing more cards than you are in all the games, basically. You're drawing 3 cards immediately if you mulligan the other 3, and basically 3 turns of draw, increasing your chances to draw the Lucian. And if you do get the Lucian while you have the Senna Sentinel of Light in the hand, then it's basically not answerable for so many decks. Like the ramp decks can trade it with Avalanche, but that's probably the only answer, and you have answers to that as well in the form of Ranger Resolves, basically killing their game plan because they wasted 4 mana for a 1 mana. So yeah, very, very strong combo overall. Doesn't seem to have too many answers right now. Probably in like previous metas, this was not so strong because there were so many Noxian Fervors and of course Get Excited or Mystic Shot. But since Piltover and Mystic Shot in particular is very, very strong against Lucian, so since Piltover doesn't seem to be quite as popular right now, then that's why probably Lucian is the best option, and it always was in comparison to Queen, because Queen is not that strong, let's say things clearly. But yeah, probably it was only because there was Piltover with Mystic Shot and it was so much popular. So yeah, I removed that Lucian. Anyway, yeah, continuing the analysis, we have Grizzled Ranger, very, very strong scout unit. We need that for Misfortune. Also leaves another body which can later on gets benefits from the white buffers that we have. So yeah, pretty strong option. There is no way in a scout deck that you don't run the Grizzled Ranger. Then Riposte, very, very strong against removal and to push that additional damage. Also can occasionally trade stuff with your Fleet Feeder Tracker. Again, another reason why you should go for Fleet Feeder Tracking instead of the Citria of Cloudfield. And I probably don't like to run 3 1-drops into the deck, and probably I want to switch into more of a mid-range style deck, because really if you go full aggro, then probably you are gonna suffer too much the AoEs and also the other mid-range decks like the TF Gangplank and stuff like that. So you want to be more into the mid-range aspect, and that's why I probably run, instead of the Citria of Cloudfield, the Razor Scale Hunter, which can remove most of the times like the Misfortune of your opponent, or the Twisted Fate, or the the Lee Sin, when occasionally you see a Lee Sin deck. So yeah, very strong removal, also a scout, so gets your Misfortune to level up quickly. So yeah, very, very strong option in my opinion. Back to back, also very strong to save your units from removal and push that additional damage, and as well get more trades when your opponent does not expect them. Very, very strong trick, kinda expensive, but most of the times they don't expect you to have the back-to-back. Then Citro the Bold, very, very strong, again one of our finisher, get a fearsome board with buff as well, most of the times can't be blocked by most units right now, so it's a very strong finisher, as well as Genevieve Elmart, again buffing your stuff, getting most of the times a 2-for-1, and as well is a scout that can help Misfortune level up. So yeah, quite a long analysis on the why of this deck, but since I feel this deck like my own, and since this is probably an high level analysis, since probably you are here because you want to reach Master, or you are one like me that wants to participate into the Masters Europe. So that's why I prolonged so much my analysis, to really teach you guys the why you have to put some cards into your deck, why that works so well. well, and probably like also teach you the deck build and not only how to play the decks, but also how to construct them. But yeah, so that was pretty long already. Let's jump into some games to see these decks. So yeah, as you can see, we are currently in Diamond 3, but last season we were Master. Let's hopefully try to get into Master before the 12th of October, I guess. That's when the qualifications will end. To qualify, you just need to play the game and get as high as possible into the master ladder, which is already built in the game, basically. You don't need to do anything else. So yeah, we are currently up against Atrandal, Aurelion Sol, Sejuani, kind of the refined list of Aurelion Sol, basically, if you want to go into Targon. And Fragile, of course. So yeah, I probably want to keep the Scout because it is so pivotal. If we manage to get the Misfortune, then starting to get the Scouts on turn 4 is very, very important. But for the rest, we wanted just to mulligan everything else away because we wanted to have the early game that it is very needed against this matchup, to basically put them on a clock, put them pressure, so that they can't really go all in into the ramps and they have to do like suboptimal plays, which obviously we want to do. So now we are pretty weak against Avalanche, but it is only coming on turn 3, and we probably will offer for him the Fleet Feeder Tracker and the Bright Seal Protector, not more. So on turn 3, if he passes, we probably... now this is interesting. We could even go for another Fleet Feeder Tracker. Basically, we give him less value, but we are missing 1 point of damage, which could help. But the Bright Seal Protector could be more useful later on. By doing the Fleet Feeder Tracker now, we also save 1 mana, which we could use on a Ranger Resolve if we manage to draw it. Then I'm probably happier about committing less. Yeah, so you see, he doesn't have any answers. Basically, the first 2 turns are a waste for him, and it's kind of better that we are, well, 3 in a row. It's too much, but yeah, it's kind of better that we are playing second, because you see that right now he either has to pass, and if he passed, then we would have passed, because we didn't give him a chance to ramp, basically. So if you are in this exact position and your opponent is passing, probably in this position they would have gone for the Catalyst of Eons anyway, because they are at less than 3 than the maximum amount of health, so they got the full value on the Catalyst of Eons. But if you see a ramp player on the turn 3 that passes, then pass, no matter how much it is like tempting to attack or whatever in the turn. If they don't ramp, then pass, because they're probably gonna bait on you to take the open attacks so that they get the full value on the Catalyst of Eons most of the times. But yeah, so now we could go wide on our board, and next turn we kinda have to take the open attack, because if not, we are too vulnerable to the Avalanche. We will probably, as I said in the intro, go for to threaten the 2-turn kill on the Wielding Stone with the Fleet Feeder Tracker. So let's see if he doesn't have an answer to this board, but yeah, we kinda want to deal 2 damage to that anyway. So we are still pushing 7 damage, already reducing his health to 9. It is not so scary for him, because he could go for Star Shaping, Guiding Touch, so he has plenty of ways to counter this strategy. Okay, so now we kinda have to go for Grizzled Ranger, because it's the only unit which is upbeat, it has a resistance to Avalanche, if I summon the 3-4 instead. So yeah, we don't really care about the 4 damage, and if he doesn't has the Avalanche, then we are kinda happy to have 1 more attacker. So yeah, we will let this slide. Now I kinda want to go into Misfortune, or the Razor Scale Enter. We could like make it vulnerable, so that if he goes for the clear on the Fleet Feeder Tracker, we still have a way to challenge the Wielding Stones. Misfortune probably is not worth it at this point of the game. It's a bit too late to commit to her, although I'm kinda tempted. because if he goes for the avalanche, at least we have a secondary win condition, basically. And we could always do that later on. So yeah, let's probably go for this fortune. But this is like questionable. We only have 2 units. Okay, so it doesn't seem to go for avalanche. Because if so, he would have already gone for that. Or is he? Okay, Catalyst of Eons. Yeah, he's ramping quite a lot and he's also healing quite a lot. But we can push quite the amount of damage. Now, Cedar the Bold is very, very strong. But if he has indeed the avalanche, then we are pretty much screwed. But I guess he doesn't have that. There is no way that he was baiting us to think that he did not have the avalanche all this time. This move is kinda risky, because we also don't have the what's the name? The Ranger Resolve in hand. But yeah, you know what? We have a winning move by doing this. So if he doesn't have an answer to this, we basically win. So it's worth risking, I guess. Nice pillar, so yeah, he did waste the priority, basically. So this tells us that he doesn't have the avalanche. But yeah, we are still going for the full attack. We want to like get those at the end. We probably want to trade this and that. Or maybe, you know what, we want to probably get rid of the Trundle so that he can't block. But yeah, no, it is probably going here, because if not, he's simply dead. But no, maybe not. This is not, because they will have fearsome, so he has to do that. Yeah, probably let's do. I don't know. Yeah, let's do this. Because anyway, he would have gone to block those anyway, because they had the fearsome. You know what? We should have not attacked. We should have not challenged that, maybe. Because we had another fearsome attacking. Yeah, it was not lethal anyway, so... Yep. I don't know. This was kinda debatable. Debatable move. But we are in a pretty good spot anyway.
I'll be damned.
Next turn, we'll probably trade the Citra Gold, but we still have 2 other units. We don't have reach, unfortunately, in this deck. This is gonna hurt quite a lot. This is gonna hurt a lot. So yeah, now he's kinda the attacker. Suddenly. See, okay, let's see how much damage he's going to do us. Okay, quite a lot. Now we just need to go wide and hope that at least one of our units connects. So to do that, we just play cheap. Let's plan out our turn. So yeah, we can play 3. Only 3. Which is kinda bad. Let's hope that he doesn't have cheap bodies. Okay, let's also go for Blitz Ranger. Maybe he did draw the avalanche right now, so he's waiting for us to commit. He probably doesn't want to, because this will get us an additional body. Another Infinite Mind Splitter. Yeah, this is rough. How do we save us from this position? I don't think there is a way we can get past this. So we're just unlucky. 2 Infinite Mind Splitter is something that you really can't play around. Probably the only saving thing for us. But then thinking about it, if he was at 3, then that unit getting in would have saved us. And or maybe if it was 2 damage, I don't remember really. Then if we drew the Misfortune, that would have saved us. But yeah, so we kinda can trade at least one of those. But yeah, then we need to survive from the Trundle, which we really can't. So we probably want to trade the Trundle instead. and then try to trade these later on. So yeah.
Got your back.
That's right. This is our last chance, basically. Okay, those two are from that, and those two are from that. Probably I want to save those two.
Hold nothing back.
Let's see if he has something. Like, for example, yeah, now upping. Okay, or a flash freeze. Really destroys us. So yeah, there is nothing that we can do in this game anymore. So it's pretty unfortunate to start with a loss. But yeah, you can't always win. This deck is still like... let me check in a bit and I will say it to you afterwards. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm keeping track of my wins and losses. Currently I'm 13-6, so it's very near to a 70% win rate deck, which is pretty absurd. And now again we're up against an Aurelion Soul Trundle deck list, but a bit like different. I kinda like keeping the Relentless Pursuit in this matchup because, as I said, we can get a fast kill by doing this, but we don't really have the early game to do so. So probably we still keep the Relentless Pursuit. Let's just try to eye roll. But yeah, Brazil Protector is okay, but not the most aggressive stuff that we could possibly draw. Okay, Misfortune. That's enough. Okay, we also draw our 1-drop. Let's also hope to draw the 2-drop as well. Now I'm kind of regretting not keeping the Bright Steel Protector. So yeah, we don't get the 2-drop, but it's still fine. So he doesn't have anything to... Okay, draw Scavenger. So yeah, he's going for these, but unfortunately for him we can trade it with Misfortune and the Fleet Feeder Tracker later on. Unless he has an Avalanche, but then this is gonna be damaged as well, so that we can still kill it off with the... what's the name? The Love Tap. Yeah. Okay, as well the Jagged Butcher, so we can be really aggressive, and we can probably get a free win from back-to-back also, because if you look at it, it's basically a 6-mana deal 6, which is a Decimate on steroid, if you get to connect those two units.
It's found you.
Okay, so the Green Stones, we could even go and trade that as well, thanks to the Misfortune next turn, but it is probably worth it to trade the Troll Scavenger instead. Now we can push a bunch of damage, really. Let's start off by doing this, because anyway we have still to remove the blockers, and I'm pretty scared of him having an Avalanche. So yeah, let's probably start off with this. He can't really block the Misfortune anymore. So yeah, we're treating that. Now we can go for Jagged Butcher and Senna Sentinel Long Light. And then next turn we can like threaten a back-to-back. Although I probably... no, sorry, Relentless Pursuit. Although I kind of want to wait on that, because we also have a Citria. And dealing a double attack with Citria is game-winning, basically. So I kind of like more to just chill and protect our units. Now, for example, if he goes for the attack with Trundle, we can trade it with Senna and also keep Senna alive, which I like a lot. And then next turn we can go into Citria and we get the attack. And then the turn after, if he didn't remove anything, we can attack again with the Relentless Pursuit, and that's gonna be a good game. Obviously, he has room to counterplay our strategy. So yeah, this is gonna become a 7-5, and he can't die. He has to do like an Avalanche to kill it off, but I kinda like to remove a Trundle, which is probably the biggest blocker for him. He can't really save it, even if he has the Pale Cascade. He has to have 2 Pale Cascades. But if he has, then well played. I can't play around everything. So yeah, he didn't have that. You could have also traded the Senna Sentinel of Senna with the Pale Cascade, so an Avalanche, yes, yeah, okay. But yeah, I did on purpose get the other part of the back on Misfortune. It was important to where of the other two units to give the buff, because I was planning already an avalanche coming. Okay, Citria, basically also denying the block on those two and healing a bit the Jagged Butcher. So in 2 attacks it will also be again
Bask in her radiant blessing.
immune to avalanche, I may say. Okay, so now we are pushing 9 damage.
Leave or burn.
And we are threatening lethal. So yeah, next turn with Relentless Pursuit we should be good to go. So yeah, you can see that this is probably the same matchup that we did last game, but just a different order of the cards that you get can change everything. So like you see right now, getting a trade on the Trundle, him not getting an Avalanche or a Catalyst of Eons early on. Okay, start shaping. So yeah, now this is probably a bad move. Not really, because he's not playing around the Relentless Pursuit. You should have developed. And now if you start, even if you develop, you are very low on mana. Yeah, like you see, he starts off with a nice pillar, but we have a Citra the Bold on play. So yeah, let's go for Relentless Pursuit. We will push 9 damage, so we are still a bit off, but we can finish things off with Misfortune, if he doesn't have heal, of course. Supernova. This is gonna hurt quite a lot. Luckily enough, we have another Misfortune, so that we can recover a bit. But yeah, that was very, very bad for us. Let's develop, let's continue developing, so that at least we get the most out of it. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what we take, but we kind of want to do this. We are still pushing 7 damage, and he has to sacrifice the ramp.
Love ya.
Yeah, I kind of still like our spot. Supernova did hurt us quite a lot. Next turn, if we open attack and he doesn't have heal or anything like that, we win. Do we want to commit to that? He could like have an avalanche or stuff like that. Again, a second avalanche. He did only invoke 1 time, if I'm correct. No, he did Star Shape as well, so he could have like... he did Star Shape into Supernova, but he could have still the Meteor Shower, or the other one. Falling Comet, yeah, Falling Comet to remove our Misfortune, which would hurt us quite a bit. But that costs 6, so even if he goes for that... So yeah, probably the only thing that hurt us right now is the... What's the name? The Avalanche. But he could have a Star Shaping, which will basically deny us the win. So probably I want to start with Gized Ranger. If he goes for the Avalanche, we will still have the 3-4 and another 3-3. Then it will be kind of low on resources. Okay, Meteor Shower. Yeah, I did call it as well. But yeah, it's pretty expensive. We still have a winning attack here. Okay, our opponent surrendered. Yeah, okay, so he didn't have any more answer. Kind of strange also that that's super bad. Well played, man. Good game. So, okay, guys. Currently we are at 14-6, so this is a 70% win rate at this point, and we're up against an Hyper Aggro Endure, which I kind of like. A matchup that I like because I think that we are favored. I did say that we want to keep Senna in the opener, but we also want to keep all the other stuff, so we don't really get the benefit of having the chance, like additional chances to draw the Lucian, and instead we really want to draw the Lucian at this spot, because we will get the Fluid Feeder Tracker into Lucian, which is very, very strong, into Misfortune. Okay, yeah, we did draw the Lucian, very, very lucky for us. Like, this is probably the best start we could possibly get. We also have the Citra, so we see like already the long plan to Citrias, so yeah, very, very strong start. Now we will get 1 damage in. Okay, cool, they have also the Ravenous Butcher, but he didn't, which I kind of like. Now, what are our punishes to not playing Misfortune? You have always to think about it. Like he could, at fast speed, remove the fleet feeder tracker. So there is no point in not giving him the action, because he could do that at fast speed, not really requiring an action if we attack as well. So yeah, this is punishing our open attack. He could play an unit, but what really comes at 3? He could like play the garden thing, but we can then challenge the 4-3 that spawns off of these, and all the others can simply die from the love tap from Misfortune. So yeah, there is probably nothing that we do have to worry about. Even if he goes for Callista, then we can trade her instead with the Fleet Feeder Tracker. So yeah, you see the importance of Fleet Feeder Tracker. It is so much better than Citria. That 1 point of health is totally worth the Challenger keyword. So yeah, you see that he's just going to ignore our board, basically taking 9 damage. And he's already at 9. Then, okay, Callista now, which is agreeable. But then we have a Lucian Relentless Pursuit, which we could go for. Let's just see what it does.
There you are!
Another Caretaker. So yeah, this without the attack token is quite hurting us. He's gonna trade both our Lucian and the Fleet Feeder Tracker. How do we play around this? We will probably go for Lucian. After he dies, we will go again for Lucian. So we just play our board to get additional blockers. We might as well think of going into trading the Callista with the Misfortune. But he probably won't give us the chance, since he will attack last with Callista, if he's attacking at all with Callista. Now, if we had the Ranger's Resolve, at least he would have saved the Lucian. Very, very strong. Okay, he's going for the Misfortune. So this probably tells us that he has a way to kill her. Since he can kill her, well, yeah. We don't really have something to play around. Just have to take as less damage as possible. The Lucian is gonna die against his Callista. So yeah, you see the 1 damage ping here. Okay, Glimpse Beyond, interesting. So he doesn't have the ping right away, which could help us a lot. And also the Fleet Feeder Tracker has to survive. Yeah, I'm not quite sure about the Glimpse Beyond. If he didn't have any other stuff to do, then of course that's alright. But now we have, I think, a winning attack.
No,
It seems to be the game.
this is my fight.
Like, yeah. Oh no, we are 1-off. We're 1-off. We could play Senna. There is probably nothing that punishes us. And this will get the Lucian to be more threatening. Probably we are missing the love tap by going for this.
What's the plan?
But yeah, this combo is too strong and it doesn't have answers. He doesn't have avalanche or stuff like that. He's still searching for something, but this is probably not the time to draw stuff. You have to play to not die. But yeah, I'm quite happy if our opponent is misplaying. Really, I can't complain. I want to rank, so. Mark this, yeah, this is not enough. This is not enough. Sorry, those have to attack last. So you probably want to go... Probably Lucian has to attack last. Because if he levels up, he can't really, but if he levels up, he's gonna deal double damage, which most of the players fall into the trap. So yeah, but still, I have to teach you the right order. So yeah, we can kill this. And maybe that, so don't give him any chance of counterplay. He can't kill anything with that 1-1. This obviously dies, but we are pushing already so much damage. This is still perfect lethal, even if he blocks the highest attack unit. Yeah, good play. Well played. Also, you see the strength of this deck is that you have a really insane win rate, and it is also very very fast, which is the perfect combination of what you want into basically a deck to rank with. By the way, well played, good game to our opponent. So yeah guys, that's it. We did end up with a 15-6. Obviously those stats may seem like stayed out of a contest. I may lie, but really I don't have any interest in doing so. I kind of want to be as informative and make you better players, like basically teach you as well. When I learn something from playing this game, I want to teach you as well. I'm kind of a teacher myself in my life, so yeah, I kind of enjoyed that. So I probably want to give you the best quality content and not like be clickbait or anything like that. Really, trust me, I did play last night, and this is the stats that I got with this deck, which is pretty insane. More than 70% win rate on Diamond, and very very fast games. So yeah, I really recommend this deck to climb. I will probably leave a link in the description or in the pinned comment. It depends on how I wake up, but yeah, in the description with the lore Mobalytics deck link, please go check it out. You can copy the deck code and try it for yourself there. And as well, if you play it with a deck tracker, please do, so that the deck basically gains more stats. If you play it poorly, then okay, the win rate is gonna get down, but I don't care. I just want this deck to get popular and have my name in there, like I did this list. And yeah, also upvote it so that it gets up on the site. Since I'm basically sponsoring myself, might as well remind you that on the stats of YouTube, I saw that 80% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, so please subscribe to this channel if you watch these videos most of the times. It really helps me, as well as a like and a comment, and as well enter my Discord server, because I am starting to do like subscribers based events, like for example the Deck Doctor. I don't know if you saw my video, so yeah, definitely join the community, which is very very friendly and very very good, at least in my opinion. So yeah, that's it for this video, a pretty long one, but that's it for this video. Hope you liked it and find it useful, and as always, see you.